My name is Kiera Reeves, but everyone calls me Key. I'm 33 years old, and I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and financially. When things start aligning, you can feel it. You can start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. The gym taught me discipline. It taught me patience, and it showed me that I'm capable of way more than I ever thought. When you look better, you show up better in business, in relationships, and in life. I wanted to be an athlete my whole life, but when you have like a single parent, they don't have a lot of ability to cater to your needs. And I'm not saying I didn't have everything I needed, such as a house, all the bills were paid, things like that. But my mom just didn't have the flexibility to do things like that in her schedule. So I worked throughout my high school time. I went to college. I wanted to play sports there, but it was just a lot going on. You know how it is when you get to college and you haven't really had a lot of freedom. Not saying you go wild, but so yeah, I just never played a sport. I'm like, well, I feel like in your 20s, that's when you should definitely be exercising the most, because you just want to stay fit. You want to have energy. You want to be able to do things and not be in pain. But when I finally started working out, I actually was in the Navy and I had to do it against my will. I didn't like working out. It just was something I did to pass our physical training tests and whatnot. But it wasn't until after I got out the Navy that I enjoyed going to the gym. And so I started seeing the changes in myself. My clothes started fitting differently. You get compliments and you're like, wow, okay, like I really am doing something. And it became addictive. I'm like every day seeing progress, making conscious changes, having better eating habits. And finally, I just felt good about myself. I'm like, I can't stop this now. It's a good habit to acquire. My fitness goals, well, since I've done my first bodybuilding show, they really are to grow, to increase my size so that I can be competitive with the pros and get my pro card. It's so funny saying that because that has never been a goal of mine. Even to become a bodybuilder, I thought it was kind of insane. I'm like, why would I do that? But yeah, I want to grow, get bigger in size, maintain, keep some abs, because I've never had abs in life until last year, honestly. A lot of times people think that fitting the gym into your lifestyle is such a hassle, or you have to negotiate with certain things in your life. But you have 24 hours throughout the day, and if you can spend 1 hour in the gym, that's all you need. Of course, people have different fitness goals, so they can spend more or less time, but just being able to get in here and having my calendar arranged, just having better time management than in the past has allowed me the freedom to reach my goals and stay consistent. I tell a lot of people just to do things that are going to be easy for you to maintain. So don't start like fad diets. Don't do things that you've never done unless it's something you enjoy in the beginning. I guess you have to make some sacrifices sometimes, but if you don't do it in the beginning with a couple of things that adapt to your lifestyle, it's not going to be sustainable for you. So I would just recommend the balance and time management for sure. So having a busy schedule as a realtor, I have to really plan out my day. So the rule of thumb is to eat the amount of grams in your body weight of protein. So for example, if I am 165 pounds, I need to eat 165 grams of protein. And I track macros as well. So I try to stay between 2,500 and 3,000 calories. So really, at the beginning of the week, I'm shopping for all of my groceries. I'm writing down all of my meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between. So essentially, I'm not making irrational decisions or trying to come up with a meal last minute, because I feel like then that's where you mess up. You don't have the meals ready or the idea of what you're gonna eat. You're like, oh, let me just go grab some fast food really quick. Especially when I used to be out doing showings, I would be quick to pull over and stop and get something to eat. And it's so easy to do. But especially when I was on prep, I had to have my food with me. So there wasn't no, oh, I'm gonna stop at Chick-fil-A for some grilled nuggets or stop at wherever. I had to have my meals planned out. And granted, there's a lot of different restaurants you can go to that will help you fulfill your goals, but in order to know exactly what it is that you're consuming, it's just best that you plan it out yourself. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to see my journey to getting my Pro Card, subscribe and watch for more videos.